Wagwan, Wagwan Collective. I want to get straight into my downloads, dreams, messages, channelings, synchronicities I've seen and have witnessed from just my experiences that's been actually happening recently. Okay. See my title there, Collective. I want to get right into my message again. So I'm going to go ahead and ring my bell. I'm going to go ahead and do this 3 times. Turn down your volumes. I rung my bell to cleanse the energy as well as to bring in good energy within my messages. Okay. I hope y'all are doing well. We're almost done with this week, thank God. But collective, during this Mercury retrograde and just from the pre-shadows to now, we're in Mercury retrograde now. Collective, you may have been experiencing some vivid, wicked, dark, wild dreams. Okay. I think we're in the moon of Pisces, so definitely a lot of illusions you could be seeing occurring within your dream state. That is pretty heavy. I want to get right into my dreams recently before the Mercury retrograde. Someone has a renegade Jeep card, or someone's a renegade and that renegade energy. But again, in my dream state recently, I was hearing during the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde is what I was trying to say. I heard breakthroughs. They whispered breakthroughs. And then my ears started ringing pretty loudly, like a high pitch. Okay, that was a week ago. Also throughout that week, I was hearing whispers and I heard accuse the accuser, but they said another word. I just only could think of the accuse. And I'm feeling like some energies / entities, people that are projecting, using these deities and entities in a wrong way, those energies are turning around on those people that are praying and that are worshiping what they have no business worshiping. They're doing things that they have no business doing. I feel like they're being called into judgment. Also, the deities or entities is turning on them. If they have been trying to send entities your way, in spite of the entities and deities that you're facing personally, that's either have your back or that you're facing in regards to generational things, generational curses within your bloodline, generational just trials and tribulations you're going through personally, on top of other energies wanting to project, people wanting to be in your business, okay, want to ride your tailcoat, your nuts, your balls, your tits, your ass, whatever they want to ride. Okay, I feel judgment is being called because I literally heard accuse the accuser, and this was after I delivered my recent post. I felt like I was in a courtroom and people was just yelling that type of verdict or sentencing that type of verdict to somebody, someone, to the energies. You could also been feeling like heart palpitations. So I don't know if you are going through some heart awakening or chakra opening within your heart. People could be also projecting again, energies while you're trying to rest and sleep. They're projecting death spells, sick spells. They're sending monitoring energies your way. Maybe you have felt monitoring energies, okay, within your aura, within your energy, within your space. Cleanse, pray, collective. But yes, these are energies and things you could be going through. Again, with me hearing that accuse the accuser. Yeah, right now I am accusing. Right now I am calling judgment. Right now I am exposing just the energies I've been feeling. And again, maybe you could be feeling this as well. Okay. I just felt like people's eyes were bigger than their mouth. It was bigger than their stomach. Okay, I could be speaking to people that was jealous of your body image, jealous of the way you look, jealous of just who you are as a person, and they could have been sending those type of spells your way. But little do they know that energy is going back to them. Okay, it may fatten them up. It may hit them in their health. It may hit them in the way they look, collective. I feel like no one's the same. Of course, like it was snowing recently where I'm from, and I was just talking to somebody recently, and I was like, can you believe all that snow that's on that tree? Each snow is different. Each flake is different. And how much of that snow it accumulated on that branch, on that tree. It looked beautiful, but to really, really think about it from a higher perspective, every snowflake is different. This is pertaining to people on this planet. We accumulate a lot of the population on this planet in different parts of this world, but no one's alike. Okay, just like the snowflake metaphor, no one's alike. Okay, so what I'm saying is, for people to want to scrutinize you, want to accuse you, want to call judgment on you, want to monitor you and penalize you, what was the other one? Persecute you. No one's alike. Okay, so everybody, again, is different, and everybody's here for a purpose, is what I'm trying to say. But some purposes that people are here for is not for good intent. And again, you may have experienced that. You may have seen people that come in your life, collective, and then what their intentions are. Okay. And like this picture is showing, and the previous one before of the butterflies, you're going through transformation. And by you going through transformation, and you see in this picture here, and also you grounding yourself, or you're working on grounding yourself, you're working through your transformation, it's still, you know what I mean, it's still going to transmute, it's going to transform you to being someone different. When everybody goes through a transformation, when they're ready. No one's alike. Everyone's pointing fingers at everybody, but the fingers should be pointed at each other, at ourselves, is what I meant to say. People are going to be saying, holy shit, because of the transformation you're going to be going through, the transformation that they're going to see you eventually come out from. Maybe you're coming out from the cocoon. Maybe you're coming out from what you was going through. Everything everybody was putting on you, in spite of also what you were going through personally to overcome. You have overcame. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You are going to be spreading your wings like this butterflies here, or you are spreading your wings now. People are going to be saying, holy shit, to see how strong you are, how undefeated you are, to see how resilient you are from everything that people are trying to persecute you with, especially from the past of the persecution that you was going through. From you being a little child. I was about to say little lad. So someone could be British or, you know what I mean, from that area, Britain or England. I don't know if they talk like that, but, or someone could be listening to me from those areas. But again, from just what you have gone through, collective, people was expecting you to be wounded. They was expecting you to just be in your corner, shaken. They was expecting you to be sat down or bowed down. In defeat. But you're coming out calm. You're coming out as resilient as you're going to be, or as resilient as you are now. Okay? And people are going to be saying, holy crap, because again, these are energies, entities, and people that are projecting, all parties involved. Okay? That was projecting to persecute you. And God said, it is not so. Your ancestors, spirit guides, your guardian angel, avenging angel saying it is not so. Not this one. I was getting some song channelings I was hearing, and I don't know who sings this. I have to look it up. But I was getting silly fool. These energies are silly fools. They was expecting you to be a silly fool. But you're wise. You're awakened. This may not pertain to everybody. You got a lot of just higher realms watching over you. Okay. These clips here that's going to show is of higher consciousness and awareness, enlightenment of energies, enlightenment of your spiritual family watching over you, collective. Especially if you are enlightened yourself. And they're looking at these silly fools that are trying to come at you, that is trying to spiritually paralyze you, that is trying to make you feel wounded. Okay? You've put the band-aids on your scars, but now you are ripping those shits off and you're admiring your scars. You're looking at it and you're embracing the pain that you went through. You're embracing the scars that it has shown on your body. Within yourself, within your soul, you are embracing that shit and you're turning it into something remarkable, or you're turning it into that pain you're feeling or have felt, you're turning it into something beautiful, collective. Your scars. You're turning it into power because, again, they wanted you to be a wounded person, a wounded warrior, a wounded little frail person. I don't think so. With this backing you got behind you, I don't think so. You possibly was off to yourself. You hardly wanted to associate yourself with any type of, you just wasn't the type that wants to stir up trouble. You listened, you obeyed. Okay, obey is a big word to use, but you just stayed to yourself. You kept your face down, you kept your head down. You wanted to be invisible. You didn't want to be seen. But I'm feeling this energy of, we're in the year of the fire horse. I'm feeling like, collective, you have changed. You have turned over a new fucking leaf and you are speaking out and speaking up. You are standing your ground. You're being an advocate for yourself in the spiritual realms as well as within the physical realms. You're not taking no shit, pretty much. These energies that wants to, again, spiritually paralyze you, are trying to, in your sleep state, trying to remind you of things that you have experienced, things that have occurred, things you have seen, things you have witnessed and experienced. They're trying to bring that back up into your dream state with illusions. All illusions. Possibly people are projecting, trying to do spiritual hypnosis on you while you're trying to sleep. They're going to go into a hypnosis state and be stuck in whatever they're doing or projecting. Your ancestors and spirit guide minds as well is going to make sure that occurs to people that are projecting. I don't care what status they are. I don't care if they are a practitioner or a priest or priestess. They are a fake practitioner, priest or priestess. That is going to get stripped from their gifts, that are going to get stripped from their God-given gifts. And they're going to give it to the people that are on a innocent side compared to the opposing energies that want to keep you in bondage, that wants to keep you stuck in stagnation. The song that came to me was Silly Fools. I heard the old town's laughing at me, silly fool. How could you lose a good thing? The whole town. Okay, this could be representing a connection or a relationship. This is a picture of Setmek. She's not playing. She protects, especially femininity, especially females. She protects and guards them from Chester energies, sexual abusers, sexual people that has that demonic energy on them, succubus, incubus energies. She demolishes a lot of people, a lot of energies, have demolished a lot of things. In war, going to battle, especially for women and their family and their children. Someone's feeling like a silly fool because you have gone. They have lost you. You have walked away. You have blocked that energy or certain particular group or people, or cults or covens. You have left the building collective. Your energy, you have taken back your power and energy. Now they're feeling like silly fools. You're not letting the energy from the past continuously keep you in spiritual paralyzation. That's what they want to do. It's just from my dreams, I'm telling you, collective, within the dream state, I just feel like overall, from a higher perspective, overall, these energies being projected or just dark forces of the matrix, you know what I mean, that could be attacking the collective overall, generally. And they are throwing at us hypnosis to spiritually paralyze all of us into our emotions, into fear, for us to feel fear, for us to be in our emo bag, to feed off of us, to harvest off of us, by throwing the past, by throwing something devastating that occurred in your life of the past or present. This is what I feel was going on. Overall, over this whole world, this is what I'm feeling. Generally. because you have closed the door. Again, you have left the building from everything you're seeing here. From lust, from hatred, from envy, from greed, from evil thoughts. You are closing the door on those type of energies and feelings. And you are, I feel, collective, what can combat that energy is to face it and say, yes, I have seen this, I have experienced this, I have went through this, and I'm growing from this. You don't have no control over me. Yes, I'm seeing this, I'm hearing it, I'm experiencing this, but I'm going to get up and leave from this place. I'm going to leave from this energy. I'm going to leave from this dream because I no longer belong here. I no longer feel I need to experience this anymore. I've walked away from this timeline. Maybe you have experienced a lot of stuff from, again, parental figures. You saw in the beginning of a message, it showed a tree. Definitely from family. You have experienced a lot of persecution, collective. To just, call it like it is and to just put it all in a nutshell. You have faced a lot of persecution. From those that said they love you, from those that was supposed to show love, from those that was supposed to keep you safe. Maybe you received love to an extent and it stopped. Maybe they kept you safe to an extent, then that stopped. Or you have not felt that way at all. Silly fools. The higher realms, God himself is saying to the people that brought you into this world, help bring you into this world. Silly fools. They lost a good thing, collective. This message could stem for, again, not just a lover, not just relationship with a lover. This can really go abroad in regards to family, lover, business, friends, co-workers, bosses, neighbors, strangers, people you have bumped into, people you have came encounters with on your path. You have went through persecution with people that was supposed to show you love, and they lacked showing you love. You have accepted that. You have accepted that you was raised around narcs. You was raised around bastards. You was raised around silly fools. Confirmation. You was raised around parental figures that was demonic. They only could go as far as they can heal and treat or accept the treatment of how they wanted to be treated by others. They only can go as far as they can. They only could have showed you what they showed you, the best they could. You accepted that. But they're silly fools. Because you were the one, collective, to really still have your heart open, to show love, to forgive. And they still wanted to abuse you. Verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally. You have accepted that. As you grew up and continue moving on with your life and moving forward, you have ran into friends that were supposed to be friends, became ex-friends because they wanted to be an opponent in your life, competition in your life, copycats in your life, impersonators in your life. Clickbaits. Or groupies in your life. Witches and warlocks in your life. My gosh. Other songs I was feeling, again, you have walked away, you have left the building. They are silly fools. Now the whole town and whoever they come encounters with is going to be laughing at them. These energies, my gosh. I don't know why Madonna kept really coming into her songs into my dreams. They have crossed and tripped over your borderline, and now your spiritual family, spiritual team, the higher realms, is on their ass. I feel like, again, these energies that have tripped over the borderline, crossed the line with you energetically, spiritually, physically, it's judgment time. They are going through judgment, spiritual court, or someone could be going through court, physical court in the 3D realms is what I'm feeling. And I was feeling this energy from last week, collective. That was one of the songs I was hearing. Someone must like Madonna. I was hearing that song, The Borderline. You have pushed them away. But again, this could be a person, place or thing, definitely a person that's going through some relationship issues with someone. Okay. I don't know if you heard that train, but I felt like, or I'm feeling like people are getting and going at each other because things are backfiring in their life that they was trying to project on you, collective, on me. Things are backfiring in their life. Because they wanted to be nosy. All up in your grill. All up in your energy. All up in your life. Now they're being pushed away by your family, spiritual family that is watching and protecting over you. But I'm really feeling too that a connection, a couple, this could be a karmic couple, fussing at each other. I was getting that one card. I don't know what deck I saw other tarot readers use. I want to get this deck, but it showed a couple yelling at each other and children were hiding in front of the kitchen stool, but they were under the stool while couples were fighting above them. You'll probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Definitely if tarot readers are watching me, they know what deck I'm talking about. But that's how I was feeling. That song, You Keep Pushing Me Over the Borderline. Pushing my love over the borderline. I'll have these channeling songs I'm getting down below. Other songs that I was getting, collective. Again, these energies want you to be wounded or be in this wounded energy. But you are refusing to stay stagnant and stuck in some bullshit. That energies are people of the past or of the present trying to project, and just the dark forces overall trying to keep you in this illusion state. That type of state. Fuck all that. No, you're not staying in that state. You're not staying in the smoke and mirrors type of energy people are trying to project. Other songs I was hearing was Shitted on Him by Nicki Minaj. I kept hearing that. And I kept hearing Sheen, I Don't Fuck With You. Again, this could be a connection of people, groups, cults, covens, that were trying to, again, project, trying to bring back some type of nostalgic energy for you to be missing and want to keep thinking about some type of past or present energy of somebody that is full of shit. They showed you their ass and they held ass And you continue to move forward after they showed you who they were. Other songs that I was hearing was, what is it? I Guess You Got Your Hooks in Me. I think that's by the OJs. I guess you got your hooks on me. And then I was hearing, this ties into my other message with the Isley Brothers, Hello song, Don't Change. I was hearing Carl Thomas, Oh Baby Come to Me. I'll have all these songs down below. Again, they could be doing some come to me spells. I was hearing Faith Evans. I've been hearing Faith Evans for a while now, this whole month. I was hearing her song, Heaven Only Knows what the future holds. I was hearing that. I was hearing her other song, You Can't Be Wasting Time. These energies are wasting, they're a waste of time. And they want to waste your time. But again, heaven only knows what the future holds for these energies and people that keeps projecting and just being all up your ass. Okay, in the energy, on the physical realms or in the spiritual realms. Yeah, they want you to be forever theirs. I don't think so. That's from the OJs too. I was hearing that, forever minds. They got something, of course, that you do not want, but obviously they want something you got, collective, and you're not giving it to them. The door is closed, collective. My gosh. Confirmation. These energies want to stay together with you. I was hearing the song from Life Jenkins, that Let's Stay Together. Fuck that. You're continuously moving forward, collective. I hope you are. You're not falling for the mayhem. You're not falling for the shenanigans. You're not falling for this bullshit. You're not falling for it because all of it's illusions. And after you're not falling for it and you're moving forward, they're saying, must be nice. I heard that song from Life Jenkins as well. That's what they're saying. Must be nice. It must be nice to be at peace. It must be nice to have what you have, to look how you look, to feel how you feel. Must be nice. To just be who you are, to love the skin you're in. Must be nice. To be healed or you're healing. Must be nice. You know, they could do the same fucking thing too. Is what you're saying to yourself on the spiritual realms or in the physical realms. You can do the same thing. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the healing. You got to do your own damn fucking shadow work. You can't be getting no type of praise, no type of blessings off nobody else's back. These energies want to continuously want you to come back and be fiending for them, want you to bear back. That's possibly what they're doing with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Sally, Sue, Betty Boo, whoever. But you're not barebacking with everybody like they are. These energies are for the streets. These energies are full of misery and they want you to be in their company. And you're saying, must be nice. But you are not going to settle. You're not going to be rolling around with these pigs in the streets. Sorry, not sorry. My gosh, collective. Sorry, not sorry. You have closed the door on these energies by standing your ground, setting boundaries. And it's causing an uproar for these past or present energies you have walked away from. or they have walked away from you. And you're saying, be gone. Forget you. You are protecting your peace like never before, collective. My gosh, your peace of mind, your well-being. I keep seeing these people here at windows and doors. So definitely, I'm seeing dream catcher. I was seeing that image a lot. You may have one on your bed, or that's encouragement to get a dream catcher. Okay. These energies were probably doing blood sacrifices, blood celebrations with whatever they were using to do the celebration or sacrificing with. But again, they have marked their own sentence because judgment is being called. Judgment or court is in session. Judgment has been called, collective. And they're saying, holy shit. Yes, because they have provoked you. They have not only provoked you, they have provoked God himself. They have provoked your ancestors, spiritual realms. They have provoked and awoken again some deep, dark shit that they had no business provoking or have awoken. And now they're going to be going through some things, collective, in purgatory, in hell. For provoking you. My gosh, collective. You see here? It says, in hell, there's no one that will come to save you from torment. They are going through their own personal hell. The hell that you got yourself out of through your shadow work, your ego deaths. That you have gone through, went through, probably still getting out of. That you're going through, facing it. You are getting out of your own hell. These are energies and people that are projecting that's going to be going to hell. They're facing their own personal torment because of what they have done to you. They will suffer there for eternity. Instead of them wanting to turn to you, or they are turning to you to help them, turning to you to gain from, of greed, of sacrifice, turning to you to persecute you. They're trying to do that to God himself, attacking you. Especially if you're in the upright, especially if you're on the innocent side, and you're focusing on yourself and your healing, you're not harming nobody, no one. And these energies want to come at you. These trickster spirits, these trickster energies, these illusionist energies and entities want to come and provoke you in your dreams and in real life, and people wanted to start fights, want to start arguments, want to stir up trouble because of their jealousy and what they're feeling, that they need to heal from within inside because they're wounded. They got a band-aid over their wounds and over their scars. And when they come and provoke you, when they come into your lane and not mind their own lane and their own business, you're going to rip that damn band-aid off and let them feel the pain. Or the spiritual realms is, aka your ancestor spirit guides, God himself. Since they want to pick with you, be a bully in your energy, be a bully in your life. I'm telling you, When karma strikes, God is going to pull the band-aids off of them for them to face their own misery, their own wounds, for them to see their own scars and to go through whatever they was trying to persecute you with. I'm telling you, people are going through their own hell and want you to join them. I don't think so. They want to trigger you in your dream state, trigger you in real life. I don't think so. And this picture here is deep, because this is showing you, this is what people are going through or could be going through personally within their soul, within themselves, within their mind state, within their soul. Again, collective. My gosh. The evil entities, the evil spirits that they're using, this is what's going to occur with them. They're going to be falling into the pits. Confirmation. Falling into the pits of their own misery, of their own hell that they try to put you in. My gosh, collective. Again, these energies that trickster energies that want to come into your dreams to bring in illusions. Again, wants to trigger you, wants you to feel distorted, wants you to feel stagnant and stuck like you was before your healing, before you have overcame, before you became a victor when you was a victim. They want you to bring you back. They want you to go into memory lane of how it felt, what it looked like, how it sound, of things you experienced and went through. I'm telling you, collective, this is the trick of these entities and of your enemies and of the dark forces of the matrix, along with, again, what you're going through your dark night of the soul, of your healing, of your ego deaths that you're going through, that they want to bring in to keep you stuck and stagnant in. I don't think so. You are not a victim. You're not going to be a victim of the past or of the present. You're going to continue moving forward, getting projections or not from people, or just these are things that you're facing internally, going through. You're overcoming it. And you are refusing to be in that pain, to be stuck and stagnant, to be a victim in those emotions. No matter who's trying to trigger you, you are refusing to stay in that energy. And you know what? When I was feeling that energy, I was experiencing that energy, I was hearing that energy, my higher self said, but what's this have to do with me? And I felt the energy shift, and it was getting mad, because it was that energy was really trying to trigger me. I'm telling you, these energies want to keep you spiritually paralyzed. Someone could be trying to send that to you. But again, people that are sending things like universal law, or what happens when you send things to people, it comes back to you. My dreams, again, been freaking off the wall. People probably are trying to send you accident spells, car accident spells. It is coming back to them. If you have faced a lot of domestic relations, domestic violence situations in your relationships, it's going to occur with them. If you have been SA'd or have went through that, saw someone that has went through that in your childhood, in your life, Energies trying to throw that at you to keep you spiritually paralyzed. It's going to happen to them, whoever's projecting. That was an old timeline you have experienced. You have overcome. You have overcame from being a victim into a victor again. You are refusing to stay in that timeline and on that energy, to be in that energy. You are refusing. And you're saying to yourself, never again will I let this occur to me in my life. Never. I don't care who it is. You are standing your ground, collective. You are standing your ground, walking, okay? Walking with your head high. You're walking with some authority. You're walking with some self-worth. You're walking with a spine, a fucking backbone. And you're saying, I refuse. I refuse to be spiritually paralyzed. I refuse to be spiritually in hypnosis. Whatever I experienced or went through, what does that have to do with me? Because I have grown, I have evolved, I have moved on. These energies that you could be feeling sharp pain. People, again, poking a bear. They're about to get their ass bitten. Spiritually, physically, they're about to get knocked out. These energetic vamps that's trying to, again, harvest from you, drain your energy from your chakras, especially of the lower. Okay. Succubus, incubus energies is on them. Succubus, incubus energies people could be sending to drain you from your lower chakras. People could be trying to send spiritual parasites your way. I literally saw in my dream, collective, again, these are rules to not do in your dreams: to eat, to accept anything, from energies as in presents or gifts, to not even answer these energies when they're calling your name. You do not answer or welcome none of them in. You do not, again, eat or accept any type of gifts. My gosh, collective. You do not sign anything in your dreams. You try not to mingle physically with energies in your dreams either. These energies are getting so crafty. They're trying to. These trickster spirits, trickster energies people are using or doing, trying to keep you in a spiritual contract, energetic bind or contract, and chains, trying to keep you, and it also can happen on the physical realms. Energies trying to keep you on a contract. I'm talking about within a dream state, though. I literally saw some zombie type of energies, people on the street, bummy-like energies. Okay, so this could be an energy that has a bummy type of character or characteristic or a mindset, trying to feed me and my children something in their hands, like a seed or a nut or something. And I smacked that stuff out of their hands and told my children, don't be eating nothing that strangers are giving you. Especially, I had to take a sip of my drink. Especially from energies that look like that. These energies look like they were sick. The energies I saw in my dream, they look very sickly. Had all kinds of sores on their bodies. My gosh, collective. Parasitic energies. Energies that are going through purgatory. Spiritually, possibly physically. Energies, these energies look like they had plagues on them. They was coming to us trying to either get healed or giving us something for us to try. And I said to myself, by these energies looking like that, hell nah. You do not eat in your dream state. This picture here is showing confirmation. This picture here is showing, again, your backup. Okay, this can go different ways, two sides. It could be of the light or dark. But this is showing backup, collective, that you have or could have on your side. And they're preparing. They're preparing for war because these dark forces don't want to give up. They don't know when to stop. They don't know when to flee. They don't know when to go. Their ass is going to get tossed back to purgatory where they belong because you are being cured, or you are, I don't know, collective. This may not pertain to everybody. You possibly are the cure. You know, if you have that type of soul, loving soul, cheerful soul, bright soul, you know, kind soul that still wants to see peace, you know, within your space, within your world, but also to others, peace on this planet, peace in people's lives. You have just that light that shines so bright that can turn someone's life around by just you smiling, by just you speaking life into someone's life, someone's heart space, someone's mind space, conversations, greeting them. If you feel comfortable to hug someone, you greeting them with a hug or a handshake. If you feel comfortable, you bring peace. My gosh. And sometimes you bring awakenings to people, collective, for them to go through a spiritual, their spiritual path, their spiritual growth. You bring awakenings like never before, especially when you leave. When you bounce to say, I'm out. My gosh, collective. When you sit there and they say, the one that got away, you bring a spiritual, I'm telling you, whammy on people that can't forget you. I don't know what it is. People be like, I just don't know what it is about this one particular person. But everybody else I have ghosted. Everybody else I have left, walked away from, or they have left me and walked away from. I didn't give a rat's ass. But this one person, I can't get them out of my mind. I can't get them out of my heart. I can't get them just out of my energy. It was because you were there, collective, to show that person what they need to be shown at that time, at that place, at that point of time in their life. True friendship, true loyalty, true respect, true love. And it's what they did with that, collective, that will cause their demise, that cause judgment, that cause their karma on their life of how they treated you. Especially if you treated people with good intent, especially if you treated people like you wanted to be treated. Fair. And they didn't. They found a way to deceive you. They found a way, and still probably trying to call you back in. They found a way to want to persecute you because of the lack of love they got for themselves, forgiveness they got for themselves. You have forgiven, collective. This may not pertain to everybody. Hopefully you've forgiven and moved on with your life. But they can't. It's something from their family tree, their bloodline, that they need to work on, that they need to find out what they need to work on for themselves. The ego deaths. My gosh, collective. So many ego deaths you have caused people to look at, to dive into. You have caused and turned on that switch for them to feel the pain that they made you feel. But I'm just telling you, collective, they already had pain within themselves, deep down inside themselves, scars within themselves already. You just turned on a switch. You just ripped off the fucking Band-Aid off of that wound. They was trying to conceal. That wound needs to breathe. That wound needs to be exposed. Okay? And this is what my message is doing. Exposing the wounds. My gosh, collective. I'm going to write that down. You are exposing the wounds. My gosh, collective. My gosh. I feel like they have brought out a beast in you, collective. I'm not saying you're going into or acting in this beastly way or manner, but they have provoked you so much. They have awoken something in you, collective. You're like that fired horse. Okay? No one, again, is going to make you feel the way you have felt. You don't care if it's in a dream state or on the 3D realms. You're going to let people know. You are being an advocate for yourself. You are speaking out, speaking up. My gosh, collective. Now these energies are mad because you're not letting them have it. You're not laying on your back and letting them bareback you. However ways they want to, whenever they want to, in the spiritual realm as well as the physical realms. You are shielding your energy by any means necessary. By any means necessary. Now these energies are mad. They want to yell and scream. I'm telling you, in my dreams, I literally heard some energy. It felt like a pimp type of energy, a handler type of energy, pimping out this chick. My gosh, collective. Literally raping her in the dream. Okay, I should have said I have trigger warning in my title page there, but in my dream, collective, that's what I'm saying. Someone could be going through something like that. Get out of situations, especially if it's involving domestic violation, domestic violence. Get out of that energy and situation. Easy said than done, but hey, you're speaking to a witness here. You're speaking to a victim that became a victor here. And if I can do it, you can do it, collective. Confirmation. Don't be spiritually paralyzed or physically paralyzed by these bum-ass, coward type of energies. For a man to beat and hit on a woman, it's so degrading. It is so cowardness. They need an ass beaten. They need to be put on timeout or in a corner, spiritually and physically. Maybe their ass need to get beaten by women or by both to see how it feels. Their ass haven't got beaten enough to be hitting on another opposite opposing energy. And that goes for a female. Her ass need to get whipped too. If you're beating on an innocent person that's supposed to help you, of the opposite sex or of the same sex. Nobody should be beating up on each other, is what I'm saying. And when that occurs, and I see that, if you're not defending yourself, but I see that happening to somebody, It's just so degrading. I've been through that, collective, and you don't want to be going through anything like that with anybody, no matter what title they have or what they call themselves to you in your life. You don't want to be feeling degraded. These energies want to degrade you spiritually as well as physically. They want you to feel degraded. They want to degrade you. Spiritually and physically. These entities, dark forces of the matrix, people that are projecting. But I'm telling you, the higher realms is going to be protecting you, especially when you call on them to help you. They're coming through. They're coming through to cut these dark forces, dark energies out of your way. They're coming in to shield you. They're coming in to fight. I'm telling you, collective. So these doors could continue to stay closed. Do not open these doors to none of these people that come to you, want to smile in your face, but all the time they want to stab you in the back and take your place. My gosh, don't let these energies do that, collective. You are calling divine intervention. Again, these energies are going through divine judgment at this time. At this time. For everything they've been doing. Everything. These higher realms, they have receipts. They have receipts. They have it in the book of life. Taking down everything that's occurring. Silly fools. These distorted energies. Okay? People are trying to throw at you. It could be of siblings against you, throwing things at you. You have, collective, awakened. Okay? You have awakened, and by your awakening, into yourself, you're giving yourself that time to heal. You're giving yourself that time to rest. You're giving yourself that time to be one with yourself. You're giving yourself that time to forgive yourself, everything that you have gone through or went through. You're taking accountability for everything that you have gone through and went through. Okay? And again, you're not being a fool, a silly fool. You're being a fool for yourself, for life, love of life. Okay? Again, refresh energy is what you're a fool for. Your peace of mind is what you're a fool for. Your protection, and your foundation, secure foundation, spiritual and physical protection is what you're being a fool for. Okay, the love for yourself again, and what you're trying to go after, what you're pursuing and doing for your highest good is what you're being a fool for. You're not being a silly fool for this past or present energies that are still wang, wearing diapers, want you to come and change their ass. You are shitting on these energies, collective, shitting on these people. You're minding your business, drinking your waters, and you're moving forward. These energies and entities don't like it. They don't like it. Other songs I was hearing, it was from Anthony Hamilton. I heard Come Back Home or Come to Me, Charlene. Someone's name could start with a C. Or A or H. Everybody I mentioned, as in the download songs, names of those artists could be someone's initials. Okay. My gosh, collective. Yes, I'm talking to you. You're not being a silly fool. Okay. Or I hope you're not being a silly fool. Going back. Again, clarity. When people show you who they are and what they are, you don't need no clarity. Clarity is that you have came to your common sense. You have gotten wise enough To know when people want to let go, you let go. The art of detachment. You walk away. You detach quickly, without hesitation. You don't stay around. You don't try to repair. You don't try to heal. They will literally look at your face and laugh. I tried that with my marriage at one time. Went through marriage counsel, went to a lot of friends we trusted to help try to keep our marriage together. And my person just at the time, not now, my ex-person, literally was laughing, mocking. They didn't want this connection to stay together or work. They was wasting time. And I said to myself, I said to my children as well, I said, one day things will change. One day. I was preparing myself, collective, preparing myself to go. And I knew it was going to be a shift change. And it was a dramatic shift change that occurred. It's like I went on to another timeline, but it was a dramatic shift. I felt it. Confirmation. When you leave something that was so toxic and daunting, wanted to keep you in bondage and chains, and you're finally free, it's like a shift that occurs in your life. And this is of extra access of baggage, people's baggage that they try to throw upon you. When you let that shit go, collective, being like this turtle, and you just continue swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. That is the energy that you will be in. It's just like a flow when you let shit go. Now this picture here is showing a turtle in space, but it looks like it's in water. Water reminds you of space because it's a reflection of what's up above, down below, or down below is above. It's a reflection. You have reflected back to these ex energies, these past energies, present energies. You have been a reflection, and they didn't like it. They didn't like what they seen, collective. Especially when you pulled the band-aids off and exposed their ass. They didn't like it. My gosh. I am preaching in this message because this is what they provoked out of me, but also could be provoking out of you. To speak your damn mind, collective. To express what needs to be exposed, collective. My gosh. Silly fools. Oh my gosh. Other things that you could be seeing, collective. Again, number synchronicities. You could have been seeing a lot of nines. Again, 144. I was seeing a lot of tens. I was seeing a lot of 1, 2, 3s. Okay. I was seeing a lot of ones as well as zeros. I kept seeing a lot of 515s. Okay. Here and there. So you know, collective, when there's good, bad's always around the corner, or they're lurking, watching. In my dreams too, I heard a whisper. Another dream, I heard and I was going to save this for another message, but I'll just go ahead and share it with you. I heard a voice saying softly, Solomon and Gomorrah. And you know, in the Bible, the King James Version, I believe that was, don't quote me because I need to continue to learn more about the stories in the Bible, but I believe that was either a couple or the town, and they were going through a lot of transformations. Their town was getting destroyed because they were serving and worshiping idols, and they was in a lot of mayhem. They was doing a lot of sin, causing a lot of sin. And don't quote me, I think Solomon and Gomorrah, wasn't they the ones that were trying to leave the town, and angels came to greet them to also help them escape? Okay, my light just flashed, so I must be right. My lights in my room just flashed. That's the first time that's happened. So, yeah. And when the angels came down to help them, if that's not the name of the town, if these are the people that the angels was coming down to help them, and that's crazy because this picture I'm looking at that I drew on my card, it looked like wings. And it looked like a person being protected. This picture I drew here, it looked like a person being protected by wings or by an outer protective energy. But again, from these pictures you're seeing right here, protection. It looked like angels was coming down. Let me get back to the message. Angels is coming down to protect either Solomon and Gomorrah. And the people from the town was actually coming after Solomon and Gomorrah with their protection, with the angels that were coming down to help them. They also was trying to attack the angels. They was trying to violate them. And this is what I'm saying in my message here. My gosh, collective, what I'm saying is these entities don't care. These entities don't care. People that are projecting don't care, especially if they sold their souls to these entities that has promised them the 7 sins, that has promised them the world. But they're full of sin. People that have sold their souls, it can be from anybody I'm referring to listening to my message, with status or not. They will attack angels, is what I'm saying. They will also try to attack higher beings. It is a war. You see this picture here, it is a war. Even in a cosmic, okay? In the cosmos, there is a war going on. Been going on. This is showing a cosmic angelic person with a sword. And usually angel with a sword, you think of Archangel Michael. A lot of angels have swords, but I'm sure when you look at this picture, you're thinking of Archangel Michael. Yes. It is a war going on. Because you're going through breakthroughs, it is a war going on. And it's not a coincidence why a whispered mention to me, especially when I was going through my dreams. They said Solomon and Gomorrah. Let me put this on pause. I want to get some facts on this right quick. Hold on, collective. So I was right, collective. Wow. From what I've written to myself, I said that in the Bible, the angels came down to save pure souls, to save Lot's family. Okay, and then I did a little research, and it talked about Abraham and his nephews as well that lived in that city of Sodom or Sodom. And they all offered hospitality to that city. But the city didn't take that well. They were all about sin, sexual sin, and general wickedness, arrogance, oppression. Okay, they was poor, bringing oppression to the poor, and lack self or lacked hospitality. Okay, but Abraham's nephews and Abraham himself and Lot's family, they showed hospitality to angels disguised as men. And these angels came to help the family leave the city. Leave the sins of the city. And this is in Genesis. Okay. But again, as the angels came down to save the family and was helping them to leave the dirty city, and for them to be saved by the archangels, the other energies couldn't go. They wanted to go. Okay. And the other people that was arrogant and full of sexual sin and wickedness and arrogance would have done anything to get into that house of Lot's family's house, along with Abraham and his nephews that lived in there. They was willing to do anything to destroy the family as well as the angels that was disguised as men, is what it says here. Because they couldn't go. They couldn't be saved. They were so warped in their wickedness. Okay. Again, this is a sin of the city. Okay. The intervention, again, was by the angels coming to save Lot's family and Abraham and his nephews as angels disguised as men. The other men was demanding to come in. They was demanding answers. They was demanding to see those men disguised as angels. And they, again, would have did anything if it came down to sexual assault of the men. They would have. That was disguised as angels, like I was saying. This is crazy. This is explaining how, to highlight how the other men, supposing as visitors, was full of moral corruption. The city was full of moral corruption, and so was the men that was trying to break through. Okay? And God had to rain down fire and sulfur to destroy the city because of the plain and all, and because of the plans and all their inhabits that they caused on the city. From moral corruption. They had no morals. My gosh. So his family was spared. Lot's family was spared. But his wife became a pillar of salt because she looked back. This story is talking about a biblical warning of divine intervention. Like I was saying in my message, divine intervention is occurring. Judgment is being called on these entities and energies because of people lacking a moral compass, full of moral corruption, whoever's projecting and whoever's sending things from the higher status of people status to lower status. They have no morals. You see what's happening now in Hollywood. They have no moral compass, no moral status. They're all moral corrupt. And things are being destroyed from within Hollywood, within the facility, within the organization. A lot of moral corruption. Now it's spreading out of their arrogance, of their wickedness. My gosh. It says here again, Lot's wife, as they fled, Lot's wife disobeyed instructions and looked back. And by her looking back at the burning city, she turned into a pillar of salt again. This is in regards to divine judgment. This is a biblical warning. I just felt like I had to give this or share this story with you because it was like reminding me of what I've heard when I was younger in Sunday school and just looking at the Bible myself, but definitely in Sunday school. But for that whisper to come to me in my dreams to remind me, this could be a future thing, collective. Okay, breakthroughs is occurring and a lot of corruption is happening because people are waking up. People are going through breakthroughs spiritually. People are not, or is getting out of, again, being spiritually paralyzed or being in spiritual hypnosis. Okay. People are coming in disguise as good or bad entities, good or bad energies, good or bad higher beings or lower beings. People are coming in disguise to help you, guide you, or they're coming in to kill, steal, and destroy. Either one. This is a cosmic eye looking at the world, looking at everybody, looking at everything, looking at all the planets, looking at everybody that's on each planet and everything that's on each planet. They got receipts. They got receipts. And by me sharing this story with you again, and just me hearing that whisper in my dream about this story, I'm telling you, this story was used in the Bible to symbolize, again, God's judgment on immortality and injustice. And that's what's occurring now, of judgment being called on, divine intervention being called on, immortality, people lacking morals. Okay. The imbalance that's occurring right now on our planet, the imbalance of people lacking a moral compass, again, that's full of moral corruption. In regards to what they're doing in Hollywood, it's spreading like wildfire all over social media, just everywhere. Everything. Innocent souls that are being corrupted. Innocent souls that are being taken advantage of, going through injustice. Young or old. God is watching. aka Ra. They're seeing everything that's occurring, and we're like with our mouths open and our hands over our face, over our mouths. We can't unsee it. We can't undo it. What we're seeing and hearing is what's occurring. And I don't know, collective, by me hearing that, my gosh, this Solomon and Gomorrah being whispered to me. I can't forget that. I can't let that go. Okay. And hopefully you are on the right side of the scales to be saved. You have a moral compass when judgment occurs. However things occur or may happen, this is in the unknown at this time. But I really just felt led to share that message, to share what I heard. A lot of energies are monitoring everything. You know what I mean? And I'm just feeling like, my gosh, collective, I don't even want to say that. I just know that we all just need to be getting prepared and ready for the unknown. For the unknown. Okay. And when you're hearing certain things, definitely do your research and look into it, because it's being said for a reason. It is being shared for a reason. If you have stuck around this long, collective, thank you for listening. I hope that this definitely just it sparked up some type of fire within you, collective, to continuously to keep your eyes open and peeled and your ears open as well to this message and just what I'm explaining and exposing, which is of truth, collective. All right, so I wanted to quickly just grab, if you stuck around this long, again, thank you. Just a quick little bonus. Let's see how many cards I can get through with a just tarot message at the end. I'm pulling from the top in regards to my Egyptian deck. And it's showing here Union and Power by Sobek. Sobek is on deck with Union and Power. Again, when it's misuse, of union and power, it can become very toxic to the individuals, to the individual, to the unions, to the corporation, to the world, to the groups. It has to be a balance of that, okay, of power for it to become a union. Isis is on deck. That came out too. Faith and wisdom. I did mention in my message I was hearing a lot of seeing the word faith in my third eye, and I was hearing again that singer Faith Evans with her music. Protection, collective. Mihen came through. They all are holding the Ankh. Okay, Isis, she has the lotus surrounding her, blue lotus. I'm seeing that here too with Sobek and the eyes of Ra. I'm seeing along with the sun, and I'm seeing the snake in regards to protection. Mutt, you're not ordinary, collective. You are not ordinary. Okay, it says being ordinary. Mutt has came out. My gosh, didn't I mention Basset earlier in the beginning of my message? Basset is on deck. Okay, she has a sun disc on her head too. They see everything. Okay, passion is what is showing here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Or I mentioned Setmic, not Basset. But the cat energy is out here. Again, alligator. Okay. This looks like a bird / hawk face for the Mahan. And I don't know what type of bird this is. For mutt. That song just came to me. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Again, these energies, that's what they are. That is what they are, because they see you full of prosperity. My gosh. Oh my gosh, collective. Wait till you see this other card that came out after prosperity. Jeb came out. Surrounding by Blue Lotus. Again, a lot of birds. Okay, this could be also signifying a lot of energies that are being bird brains. Is what I got. Also, pigeons. Back in the day, they used to call females that were for the streets pigeons. Or birds. My gosh. Oh my gosh. But I'm seeing a lot of birds. But yeah, you're full of prosperity, collective. These dogs and these mutts, these pigeons out here, again, is for the streets. And they want to, again, call you back. Come back out to the streets. Look back. Turn around. No, don't turn around, because then you'll turn like a pillar of salt, like Lot's wife, stuck and stagnant and can't move because you want to go back to these dogs and mutts and pigeons. I don't think so. That is for the streets. The card that came out after prosperity was Genesis. And what I read to you regarding Solomon and Gomorrah, my gosh, Tawart came out. And that is a picture of the bear. I remember that. They got a sun disk on their head, and I'm seeing a cow. These people are seeing you and your prosperity, into your passions, you being full of faith and wisdom. Okay? They're forgetting you're protected by someone up above that has union with you, union with God, aka Ra, that has union and power. They forgot that you are protected, because you're not ordinary, collective. Genesis, it says here from Tawart, this happened. This is a god. They're showing here a bear. Again, they wanted to poke the bear, but it showed Genesis, and I just read to you in regards to that Solomon and Gomorrah city. That's facing sexual immortality, sexual corruption. My gosh, collective. All this is tying into each other. You could be getting a lot of, wow, collective. You could be getting a lot of air activation. It's showing air chakras from my deck. Angel therapy. It says here, notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real to your prayers, answers to your prayers. It says shield yourself. My gosh, this reminds me of Archangel Michael, but this could be of any angels. It literally says protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning and cocooning of healing light surrounding you. So imagine, vision, also pray for shielding, energetic and physical shielding to surround you. That's crazy. Archangel Michael came through. It says you are working very closely with powerful archangels who's protecting, guiding you through this situation. My gosh, collective. You could be Again, a person that is shining your light. I mentioned that before. It says, you are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings and loving service to the divine. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Ancestral Spirit Guides. This is my job. This is, when I feel led to share the messages, I will share it. This is what I feel I'm called to do, collective. Okay, and just based on the cards that I shared with you, you know, with AI, people abusing AI. And the higher realms, the higher beings is seeing this. Okay, I showed you in my shorts already. This message is pertaining to these cards. People, again, wants to do all kinds of dream magic in your dreams. Okay, trying to destroy who's protecting you, trying to destroy your protection, but they can't do that. Trying to intervene and intervade using all kinds of black magic, spell work, all kinds of demonic things. But they're calling all that back on them, collective. Any type of work they're doing, they're calling all that back on them. They are full of spiritual parasites. Again, these energies want to raid on your parade, want to steal your limelight. These are clout chasers, doing voodoo, spells, okay, and hexes, causing illusions. These could be rituals done from occults, covens, society groups. They are the villains right now in your life, in your story. This is what they signed up to be. Villains. Okay. and spiritual parasites, pretty much. These could be people that, again, doing dark things, but it's coming to light, especially in my message. Old hags. Okay. These could be the opposite sex hanging around a lot of women, or women hanging around a lot of men. Okay. That wants to be in the masculine energy instead of being in feminine energy. Okay. They want to be hanging around them to tempt them, tempt the men, or the men tempt the women. Someone is bitten from the poisonous apples in regards to temptation, because they lack sexual morals. Okay. Right now, everything and everyone that's bitten from this rotten apple is going through some corruption. Because I told you in my download dreams, I was hearing a lot of fussing, a lot of fighting. Okay. And this is due to spell work that's backfiring on them, that they paid for, that they also drawn up to do. Okay. These are old hags, witches and warlocks. As you're going through heart activation, okay, maybe experiencing the heart palpitations, you know, just check with your physician or doctor if that continues to occur. But these are energies that are sending death spells, and death is upon them. They are wreaking in that type of energy. I'm talking to energies that want to do, again, death spells. Okay. Kitchen witches and warlocks, priest and priestess. Okay. False priest and priestess is going to be facing that themselves. They probably are sparing all kinds of species to cause some type of judgment on your life, but they're projecting that back on themselves. They could be using chickens. Okay. Again, you're going through, your heart activation, heart healing. Whatever you have overcome or have encountered or experienced, you're going through some heart healing right now. Don't give up, collective. Don't give up. You're getting close. You could be getting visit by angelic beings, maybe by seraphims, cherubims. Okay, you could be seeing those, collective, if you are awakening, if you're your frequency is rising. If you are elevating, you're getting enlightenment. Okay, your energy and frequency. You could be seeing these type of beings. Okay, in your third eye. Okay. The celestial inner outer realms is protecting you, collective, is protecting you, looking over you, or you're calling on that protection, okay, from the harsh and outer energetic energies, okay. You're being protected from those type of entities, okay, especially in your sleep, in your dream state. Again, I expressed that a lot, and it's showing here 3 cards of the dream state. Angelic encounters again. You may be facing or will come encounters to some type of angelic encounters that are going to be watching you, protecting you, looking over you. Okay, especially if you're asking for assistance. Although my last picture showed from my shorts, from my deck here of the outer worldly visions deck here I've created, is showing a mermaid. Again, you're going through transformation of your emotions or of in your emotions, because this mermaid's in water. But if you look closely at my shorts, at the picture, it showed wings. So again, you could be earning or gaining your wings spiritually, but this could also represent spiritual protection around you as you're going through your transformation. You're feeling your emotions, you're going through the emotions, but don't sit in it. You feel it and release it. Collective is what I'm saying, and continue to stay as high vibing as you can. It's hard, but we got to keep at it, because this picture here is showing a woman in the sky, surrounded around energetic frequency. Maybe we can play, or you can play some high vibing energetic frequency, or just music to keep you in high spirits, keep you feeling calm in spite of what's going on out here in the streets, in your city, in your world, in your country, that we call our life at this time, collective. But you could be going through a lot of transformation, beautiful transformations for your highest good. Okay, to clarify that deck, I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Okay, I want to pull out my Rasta Gal famous lines I've been sharing and saying on my YouTube page. Is there a message to leave my to leave the collective? Is there a message, ancestor spirit guides, to leave the collective? This flipped over, it says, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Any other message is, this deck trips me out. Any other messages, my collective? I could leave my collective. Okay, that fell. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That one fell out. Whoa. Don't believe the hype. Any other messages? Okay, 2 other fell out. Oh my gosh. That is, yeah, this energy, that's what they was doing. With this immortal, not immortal, but mortal corruption, and just the sexual energies I was expressing and exposing. Yeah, these energies was ducking and fucking, and they are sprung on the demon or dick memorized energies. Okay, these are from just the songs I left you, and my dreams and downloads and the channelings. Yes. Okay, this one fell. Okay, so that one says, if it doesn't resonate with my message, let it go, but still let it flow and still let it heal you. I feel that's the ending. Collective, yes, if my message resonate with you, again, definitely subscribe, like, and share. Give me thumbs up and hit the bell so you know when I drop a message and you don't miss a beat. If you would like any services from me, that information is down below. Just shoot me email and I'll be glad to get back to you as soon as I can, or whatever it says down there as in the services I offer. If you like any of my decks, you can also reach me through email to get a personalized deck made or created for you. And collective, that was again the message. Stay tuned for more. This is Rasta Gal, aka Angelic Empress. Peace.